Jesus Rocks here, and thought it might be kind of fun to show you some of the video games I've picked up recently. So let's get started. First up is a game for my Genesis, and that is Beavis and Butthead. And this is kind of an adventure game, which I was surprised to learn, and pretty cool, pretty fun. Next up for the N64, I picked up Forsaken, and I've been wanting to pick this up for a long time. I used to own it on the PC. Fantastic game, used to love it. It's very similar to Descent, if you played that. Next up, I love Lamborghinis and I love driving, so I had to pick up Lamborghini for the Nintendo 64. Very cool. And finally, I needed the classic, and that is Pilotwings 64. Played a little bit of this, found it to be realistic for the time and kind of difficult, but a lot of fun. Next up for the NES. Back in the day, I used to love the game Kung Fu. I'm absolutely terrible at it, but that doesn't stop me from wanting to own it and loving it as a kid. Classic NES game. I also love Tetris, and Dr. Mario is very similar to that. A lot of fun. I love role-playing games and saw this. Haven't played it yet, which is Wizards and Warriors. And it looks kind of cheesy, but could be kind of fun. Haven't played it yet. For the PlayStation 1, I picked up Wing Commander 4: The Price of Freedom. Now, if you're not familiar with the Wing Commander games, they're fantastic, and this is probably the best one. And actually, I did a full review of this game on my channel, so check it out. Also on my channel, I did a Need for Speed retrospective, and when I did that, I needed to have a copy of my personal favorite game, which is Porsche Unleashed. Now, I own this on the PC, but my PC is a little old, and so it'll barely run it, and I can't really capture it, so I needed it for that video, and picked it for the PlayStation 1. Not quite as good as the PC version, but still fantastic game. James Bond, Tomorrow Never Dies. Oops. I love James Bond games. This is not a great one, but it's still fun to have. Didn't pay very much for it. Tenchu, Stealth Assassins. And saw this at a local shop. Fantastic condition. Had to pick it up. And finally, for the PlayStation 1, it's a Squaresoft RPG called Vagrant Story, released in 2000, and I'm actually playing this right now, and I plan to do a full review of it. Very unique RPG, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. I paid a little bit more than I would for that game, by the way. I paid $30, which is about the going rate for that game, so it seems to keep going up in price. Although I heard that it's available on the PlayStation Network, at least in Europe, not in North America yet. For the original Xbox, now a couple weeks ago I did a review for The Bard's Tale, and that game is based on this engine, which is Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, and it's a top-down sort of Diablo kind of game. I liked this game better than The Bard's Tale, and so I was happy to find this. For the PlayStation 2, I got a game called Metal Arms: Glitch in the System. This is a shooter, and it's actually pretty fun. I was surprised with this game. It's like $1 or $2, so it's pretty cheap, and definitely worth checking out. Kind of just a random game I found that I used to own, but I, for whatever reason, traded it, but got it back, which is Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. This is probably my favorite of these 3 games that were released back then, where they're a little bit more arcadey, but fantastic graphics for the time, lots of fun. And finally, just a random game that I found at a store that I just didn't own and thought I'd try it, something new. It's called Thrillville. Played a little bit of this and actually enjoyed it quite a bit. It's not exactly my style of game, but I had fun playing it. Next up for the GameCube, I'm planning on doing a retrospective on the Burnout series, and so that means that I need to get Burnout 1 and 2. I used to own these when they first came out and just either traded them away or whatever, so I found it on the GameCube and bought this, and I need to find Burnout 2. Not too difficult to find, but I just sort of need to do it before I do my retrospective. And finally, this really weird game that it's called Space Raiders by the maker of Space Invaders for the GameCube. Haven't played this yet. Looks really bad, but it's one of those games where you throw it in a couple times and hopefully it's not too terrible. And then finally today, we were at GameStop, and my wife and I bought Dragon Age: The Awakening. This is the expansion to Dragon Age. And we love Dragon Age. We've actually played through it twice. I played it as evil, and my wife played it as good. And so I just completely forgot about this, and then we saw it at GameStop used for really cheap. So I'm really excited to jump back into this game. And then finally, Green Day for Rock Band. Now, my band does covers, and we basically do metal punk covers of popular songs. And we do a Green Day medley, which is just a freaking blast to play. It's so much fun. And when I heard that this was coming out for Rock Band, I just knew we just had to have it. So we'll actually probably play this tonight because we have band rehearsal tonight. And finally, a game that I don't have a case for, which is Puzzle Quest 2. And the reason why I wrote it down here is to remind myself that I actually downloaded it off of Xbox Live the other day. Love the Puzzle Quest games. We actually own the original Puzzle Quest on the BlackBerry. We own it on the PSP, the DS, and the Xbox. And so when Puzzle Quest 2 came out this week, we had to own it. So downloaded it the other night, played a little bit of it, and it looks just as fun as the original. So that's my pickups, and I love watching other people's pickup videos, and so I thought I might throw this one out here. And all right, well, thanks for watching.